Bringing a story to life on stage is one of the unique skills of a playwright. Theater Odyssey helps provide an arena for Suncoast playwrights to showcase their work, including students. 12th grader Luke Valladay authored the award-winning play in 2017, and he's here today to tell us about the process. Congratulations and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So your play won the 2017 Student 10-Minute Playwriting Festival. Tell us what the play is called and what it's about.
So the play last year, it was kind of a historical drama. The song Amazing Grace was actually written by a guy who was formerly a slave trader before he became involved with the church. So my play was about sort of what caused his transformation and kind of how that process went. And yeah, it's just kind of a story of transformation.
That's a very cool story, actually, and something I did not know. How did you get the idea and choose to make that story your play?
I actually got that idea from my 10th grade history teacher, who it was a world history class, and we were talking about you know, the slave trade, and he told us that story to talk about kind of how that trade intersected with religion. So I thought it was a really cool story, so I wanted to kind of explore that.
Very powerful. So we're all writers. We understand the concept of, you know, putting our thoughts into words, but putting them into words that can then be spoken on the stage. How is that different? I
think the biggest difference is, well, it's a lot like writing anything else, but I think the biggest difference is in the payoff. Because when I wrote a short story that was published in like a local anthology, and it was cool to get feedback on that. People would read it and they'd give me feedback on it. But it's entirely different to actually be in a room with a bunch of other people watching something that I wrote in my bedroom on my computer. I don't know, just seeing something come to life it's an entirely different payoff, and it's really cool.
Now, do you ever have the problem of what you pictured in your mind, the way you wanted it presented, doesn't happen? And I don't know whether you're to the point where you get to be the director and be like, no, that's not what I meant. Is it hard to get it past that feeling sometimes?
The people that I've worked with at Theater Odyssey have put in a lot of work to make sure they're faithful to kind of what I wanted for the story. But it's funny that you mentioned that, because the play that I'm entering in this year's festival is actually about somebody that writes like a drama play and wants it to be be one way, but then the producers start meddling with it and turning it into something different entirely.
So it is not biographical, autobiographical.
No. Not yet, we hope.
After you see your play kind of up on its feet, so to speak, do you then, do you have an opportunity to go back and make some changes? Like, will your first play from last year have another life?
Well, I think with anything you write, you always want to revise it to make it the best it can be. But with that specific play, I don't really foresee it being involved in any competitions, or I don't even know if it's going to be staged anymore. But there's always kind of an incentive to go back and adjust it just to make sure that it's sort of
you see what you'd like to do now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you mentioned you are defending your title in this year's Playwright Festival coming up, so we wish you luck with that.
Thank you.
Because you're a senior and I know you're looking ahead to the future, is this something you hope to continue on with?
It's something it's not something I'd want to do for a living, but it's definitely something I'd want to continue doing for just personal enjoyment. And
what would you like to do for a living?
Oh, it's a little early for that. I really have no idea.
Well, you obviously have writing talent.
Honest. Yes, you're honest.
And writing talent can lead to many things. So hopefully it'll lead to another successful weekend with the Playwright Festival, and you definitely want to see this. These are all middle and high school students. The talent is amazing, and it's coming up February 3rd and 4th. It is the Theater Odyssey 10-Minute Student Playwright Festival, and for all the information and locations and times, you can go to theaterodyssey.org. Best of luck. And coming up next, we learn how to play the ukulele. Speaking of needing some luck.
And direction, yes, you gave us some.